Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, March 24th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Arundel County. Like I told you, if you need me between now and Sunday evening, I'm going to be at the movies at the Annapolis Film Festival. And as a reminder, you can get your tickets and passes at annapolisfilmfestival.org. All right, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Following up on the crash on the beltway the day before yesterday, the state police have released more details. Apparently, there were two cars involved with the construction zone on the left side of the road. A silver Acura attempted to shift lanes to the lane closest to the construction zone and clipped the right front of a white VW that was in that lane. The Acura flipped and entered into the construction zone as there was an opening right there at that point, killing the 6 people. The driver is in shock trauma, and the driver of the VW was uninjured. The state police also released the names of the 6 highway construction workers who died. 2 are from Arundel County. Rolando Ruiz, 46, of Laurel, Carlos Escobar, 43, of Frederick, and Jose Escobar, 52, of Frederick. Malin Simmons II, 52, of Union Bridge, and Malin Simmons III, 31, also of Union Bridge. The 6th one was Sybil DiMaggio, 46, of Glen Burnie. The Simmons were father and son, and the Escobars are related as well, although we don't know just how. Just tragic. Absolutely tragic. Apparently, a U.S. District Court ruled in favor of Arundel County. And let me be clear, this was really a stupid lawsuit, but the county enacted legislation to require gun shops to include suicide prevention and conflict resolution pamphlets provided by the county to customers when they buy a gun. For some unknown reason, gun shops flipped out and sued. And on the win, County Executive Pittman said that the county would continue to implement common sense solutions that save lives. And with that, I agree wholeheartedly. I'm not sure how April snuck up on us so fast, but it's hard to believe that the spring boat shows are only 3 weeks away. The Bay Bridge Boat Show on Kent Island is April 14th to the 16th, and the Annapolis Spring Sail Boat Show is April 28th to the 30th. Discounted tickets are on sale right now on their brand spanking new website at annapolisboatshows.com. And I just snipped this out. Also on April 15th and 16th, right here in Annapolis at the Graduate Hotel, it's going to be a Maryland wine experience presented by the Maryland Wineries Association. Winemakers, winery owners, and other experts will be on hand to help you experience and learn. It's sort of reminiscent, I think, of the old In Vino Veritas that St. John's College used to do. But the first day will be education, tastings, a reception, and a grand tasting in the evening. As I said, all that's going to happen at the Graduate Hotel on West Street. Then on Sunday, Vino 301 is taking everybody on a field trip to Great Frogs and Doden for an all-inclusive wine tourism experience. Sounds pretty cool. We do have a link for tickets on eyeonannapolis.net, but you can also go to Eventbrite and just search for Maryland Wine Experience. All right, it is Film Fest time. The opening night last night was fantastic, and I am so primed for the next 3 days. You can be primed too. Info on all the films, panels, coffee chats, showcases, and parties, along with passes and tickets, can all be had at annapolisfilmfestival.org. And for the younger 3 to 7 crowd, don't forget about the Mr. Peka Garden Story Time on Saturday. Gets underway at 10 a.m. Tickets are only $10. They're available at the historic Annapolis website, which is annapolis.org. Simple enough. Today on Canines and Crosstreks, a purebred mini Australian Shepherd puppy named Luna. She's adorable and only 4 months old. And this one was a hard one not to snatch up and steal away with her, but my cat might take issue with it. Listen now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon today for some irresistible photos, a video, and information on how you can give Luna her forever home. And as we wrap it up, do me a favor and sign up for our weekly newsletter of events in the area. It does go out on Fridays at 12:30 p.m., and you can sign up on the forum at ionannapolis.net, or I'm going to leave a link right here in the show notes. Many thanks, as always. Here's some podcast news for you. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to speak with Raylyn Torzone from Natural Benefits in West Annapolis. And next week, it is the Annapolis Dragon Boat Club. Not the whole club, just some representatives of them. All right, now it is time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every single day. I do hope that we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. It's Friday, the weekend is here, so now it's time to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you on Monday. Now hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find, and of course Canines and Crosstreks, so do hang around for that. All coming to you in just a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, March 24th. Yesterday brought some springtime warmth and showers to the Annapolis region, and we'll likely see more rain today and tomorrow, before sunshine then returns Sunday. Look for highs today to be in the low to mid-60s across the area, with a likelihood of rain, with more of the same expected tomorrow to get the weekend started, before skies then clear in time for Sunday, with high Sunday staying in the low to mid-60s. As for next week, temps will likely drop back down into the 50s for highs each day, and we'll have to watch for a chance of additional showers in the first half of the week. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. Don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Well, welcome back to Canines and Crosstreks. And I got to say, I drove a Crosstrek this weekend with my girlfriend, and she's buying one. It was an amazing experience at Annapolis Subaru. So I will preemptively thank Billy Sadler for doing that.
Love to hear it, John.
That's right.
And you didn't even tell me you were coming in.
I know. Well,
which is the best part.
Surprise visit.
I didn't drop names. I mean, if it was horrible, I would. Billy's a friend of mine, and then the whole deal would have changed, right?
Yeah. You didn't need to.
Double the price.
You don't need to.
Billy will double the price.
That's right. You didn't need to, and that's a good sign. So what color is she looking at?
She was tossed up between white and the whatever they call the blue.
That is so
Cool.
my choices too.
Cool
see?
gray khaki.
No,
Yeah.
no. It
No.
definitely was not the cool gray khaki. It was the metallic
Horizon
blue.
The metallic
Okay.
blue.
And we're not sure which
Nice.
one, but it's in the process at this point. So, well, you know what else I saw about Subarus this morning? Came across the newsfeed again is that Consumer Reports just listed you as the number 2 as far as reliable cars go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And oddly enough, BMW
Great.
got there, and they even said that we're not sure how this happened. They just sort of snuck right up there. But BMW, was number 1, but Subaru was number 2.
Well, we're also a lot more affordable. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Slightly.
Cool.
But we're getting
not
a
as
little bit
not
off
as
the-
cool as this dog.
Not as cool as Luna.
Luna. Oh my God.
Well, Billy's not letting her go. This is
is Billy's new
beautiful
girlfriend.
chocolate brown Australian Shepherd, right?
Yeah, actually, she's a mini Australian Shepherd.
Okay.
So she's going to stay small. And she's only 4 months old. And she was turned in only because she's super active, but not in a bad way. She's
an
you know how a
Australian
lot of
Shepherd.
Australian Shepherds, that a lot of them would like a job and they do well if they actually are employed somewhere. But so they said she's super sweet and nice. It's just they didn't have the time for her. And I can tell you, taking her on 2 walks today, she is busy. She's a busy girl.
She has the energy.
Yes, she does.
Oh, she's so beautiful in the eyes and the chocolate and the white belly and
Beautiful marks.
how are the teeth, Billy? Are they-
Very.
Yeah, how do
very,
those feel?
Very soft. Very soft. Smells great.
See?
Doesn't smell.
No. She's just mouthing. She's not biting. Right?
Maybe we shouldn't have this dog on the show. I might.
You're gonna steal her.
I might take her.
slide it under the
She'll be a
jacket there.
Subaru dog.
Kelly approves my application.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. Talking about Subarus and pet-friendly accessories, I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about that stuff because you guys have some really great stuff.
Oh yeah. No, you can get your Subaru fully equipped with pet-friendly accessories that are they're designed to keep your car safe from anything that the dog could do to hurt your car, but also keep your dog safe when it's in the car.
Oh, that's right. So a few of the things that I looked up where they have the pet kennels, like for the cargo area, which I thought was very cool because they're the black ones, the polyester ones. And they say they're collapsible and easy, so it doesn't take up your back cargo area all the time. So
Yep.
you can collapse them and it takes just a couple minutes to set up. The other thing that I thought was cool is the harnesses because you have to buckle up, all family members. And
Yeah.
these are the harnesses that go in the car and they buckle up. And what I love about them is they did a crash test, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's.
So
I mean,
they're the
you hear
real
it all,
deal.
You hear it all the time where there's an accident somewhere, and then somebody will say, oh, and there was an animal, and it might have been ejected, and
Oh, yeah.
and then they kind of run around, and
Sad.
they're petrified, but it's these things work.
What do the harnesses do? Just clip into like the baby carrier?
Yeah, they clip into
thing?
the latch system. Yep.
Yeah. And they did say that they did a crash test at child safety standards, which I thought was very good.
They
The
think
dog is a
they think
child.
of everything.
They do, don't they?
They really do.
Well, we do have another guest here in addition to Luna here, and Karen Beck, who is running with the SPCA race team, which I didn't even know existed.
I've been a volunteer for about 8 years, and I've been running with the race team for 7 years.
Okay, so what is the race team?
It is a group that gets together on the weekends. It was originally started 10 years ago so that some of our higher energy dogs would be able to have an outlet for that energy. And
Some of the higher energy volunteers.
Absolutely.
It works both
Absolutely.
ways.
It does. It works both ways. So it's runner assisted canine exercise is what RACE stands for. And what we do is we meet at Quiet Waters Park on a Saturday or Sunday, but we also do holidays too. And we have volunteers that are at the shelter, but we also have community members that will run through Quiet Waters. And you can make it be a 5K if you want to. Some people go a little bit longer if the dog is up for it and the runner's up for it too. But we have all, actually like all abilities for runners. You can be as slow as a turtle and as fast as a hare if you want to going through there. And we just match the dogs up with what your abilities are. And after you finish running through the park, then you go back to the parking lot. We have the mobile unit there, which draws attention, which is really good. And you hang out in the parking lot, and community members can come up and meet the dogs and hear about them. And if maybe the dogs that aren't there are a good fit for them, there might be another one at the shelter, or their friend or family members will find out about them. And it's just a nice experience for the dogs. It's something different for them to do. Some dogs aren't happy necessarily being around other dogs, but they they get to realize, hey, I can sit here with my runner and there's a dog over there with their runner and it's all cool. It's okay. So it's a good, like enrichment experience for them. It's just a wonderful thing. We will run as long as it's above freezing and it's not too hot out there. We'll go, and on the holidays we have picture taken. So there's nothing more adorable than a dog who's wearing a shamrock headband or a Santa hat.
That's awesome. And it's going on 10 years now.
10 years. This is a 10-year.
How many miles have you all run?
That's a good question, because some of us have also run the 10K across the bay and raised money for the shelter with that.
Are all the dogs, larger running kind?
No, we actually have had Chihuahuas run too. They like it.
They like to run too.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we've had little ones. Yeah, if they can run, they can go.
I bet that's a real fun way to volunteer.
It really is. It's a lot of fun. And everybody supports each other so well at the shelter. It's just a really wonderful family.
Mm-hmm. What made you volunteer?
I love dogs. I was new to Annapolis, and I was looking for something to do. And I have found a wonderful family here.
You drank the water, didn't you?
I drank it all up. Yep.
Right out of that dog bowl.
I did. It's honestly, for what we have here, like as old as some of the facilities are and the area and everything, what gets accomplished every day is amazing, and how well all the animals are taken care of. And just the fact that we have this fantastic trail to walk on. And I'm a member of the enrichment team, so I've gone through extra training too with the dogs, and I get the privileges of taking dogs off property, just to expose them to what they're going to be exposed to when they're adopted. It's fine to walk on the sidewalk and the bus goes by, or the trash truck, or whatever it is. I mean, there's so much that we do, and it's amazing what gets accomplished at the shelter.
How is your wine and charcuterie?
We only have a couple tickets left.
That's Friday, right?
That's right. We only have a few tickets left.
So what is it? It's over at Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits.
That's correct. And it's March 24th from 5:30 to 7:30.
And you can bring your pup?
You can. It's wine tasting
and you cannot
with your
feed
dog.
them beer. We learned that last week.
No beer or wine for the pups.
No beer or wine for the
or
dogs.
Spirits.
Or spirits. Good spirit, but not spirits.
This dog is killing me.
I know.
Hey, I meant to ask last week too, and you guys used to do this, and I don't remember when you've done it before. The puppy plunge.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the summer.
That's right. It's back this year.
Now, has it not? It has not been around for.
Because of COVID for a couple of years. Yeah, there was some limitations.
It's had a 3-year hiatus?
Oh, yeah, I think it is. That's right. It's 3 years. So it is definitely back this year, and it's going to be at Camp Let's as usual.
Okay.
And it'll be August 20th.
Okay. If you ever want to see a hot mess of dogs, that's where you got to go.
It is so great. We have the two beaches. We have the Muscle Beach and Petite Beach. So it's exactly that. The big dogs go to the muscle and the petites go to the petites. And because they are just wild. We tried the very first couple of years to keep them out and kind of have them all go in at once, but they are way too excited to hold them back. They just run in and just have a blast. It's one of our funnest events, especially for the dogs. Well, and we have vendors and food trucks and all kinds of fun things.
But more recently, though, you've got April, the first part of April. We can go to Pause at the Mall, and you've got to have a reservation.
That's right.
So you can go to SPCA.org. Sign up for a photo with a real bunny.
That's right, the real bunny.
The real Easter bunny.
Which is real cool. And then you've got the end of May, you've got the Walk for the Animals.
Walk for the Animals. And you are, and we actually have the package available now for sponsorships and vendors. So if you'd like to sign up, now is the time.
Cool.
Highly recommend it.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. You guys throw a great event. Every event you do is wonderful.
And Subaru will be there right at the beginning of the walk. When
it just dawned on me. There's two people that throw really kick butt events, and it's the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
And who's leading the pack, getting into them? It'd be Annapolis Subaru.
So
now it's all starting to come into.
Yeah, we're not dummies, all right. We like to go to cool stuff and support good causes and
good parties.
We're like, hey, as long as you throw a good party, we'll probably support you.
Well, if anybody is looking for some high energy in their household, you can get the hot little Subaru 4-door Screamer car, or you could adopt Luna.
That's right.
Or both. Luna might be my favorite puppy. that is coming here.
Well, that's saying a lot for you because I know you like all of them, but
I do like all of them, but I don't know.
Well, we are going to be back again next week, of course. I'll probably have a report on how the final purchase of this Subaru went. So it's
very exciting.
That'll be exciting. But again, an absolutely wonderful, stellar experience there. I mean, we did 3 dealerships in town looking at other competition and worlds apart in the experiences. And kudos to Annapolis Subaru.
Thank you. Who'd you work with, John?
I worked with Helen. I didn't work with her. Teresa worked with Helen.
Excellent.
So it was, and she's just absolutely great. I mean, knew the cars in and out, all the features, just wailed them right out, as opposed to one of the other dealers in town was like, yeah, I think this is the, you can't drive it because we don't have any stock. And it was like, okay, well, it sort of made the decision pretty easy, I think. So
there you go. Helen does a great job.
And Luna's doing a great job too. You want to go out and play, Luna? We should go out and play with Luna.
I'm definitely going to play with Luna.
Hey, and Karen, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for running with these dogs.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure.
All righty. We will see you guys next week.
Great.
All right. See you then.
Thanks so much.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.